Hi everybody, my name is Sera Jo. This week I'm co-hosting music lessons with Carlos. See you!
Welcome everybody to another live session in music lesson webinar with Carlos. Today we will cover different topics such as ear training, music theory, keyboard skills, chord progressions, and contemporary voicings. We also have some new piano tutorials, so stay tuned and let's get started. Thank you, Sera, for your latest piano tutorial. Yeah, Sera Jo, she's been transcribing Jeff Lorber lately. Yeah, she transcribed a Hudson, He Had a Hat, and now she transcribed another track from the same album, Surreptitious, and I think Randy Brecker. Yeah, of the Brecker brothers, he was involved in doing all the horn arrangement, of that original track. Yeah, so. And I'm gonna put a link, for one moment, and I'm having some comments here. Yehuda, how are you? Welcome to my class. Yeah, it's always great to see you. Okay, so I'm gonna put a link later on, because this is a transcription, one of the most intricate transcriptions and tutorials so far. Probably we have to sit and go through every part in slow motion. So I'm gonna put a link to the actual video. I know that Sera Jo put the video already on YouTube. So it's a great workout, for left hand, and then the whole solo transcription, so anyways, what are we gonna do? I would like to do some warm-ups, and I wanna start, always going back to basics is good. So we're gonna work on triad qualities. Okay, so we have our 7 triad qualities: major, minor, diminished, major flat 5, augmented, sus4, and sus2. And what we're gonna do is I'm gonna be playing them, at random, changing keys all the time. And then I'm gonna wait for a couple seconds so you can guess the quality of the triad, and then I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna call the quality aloud, so you can check. So I can play a triad. I'm not gonna even give you the key. That's the next level. The first level is just to get only the feeling quality, of the triads. That's our first level. That's the only thing we're interested for now. Okay, moment, shifting my windows, so many things to do. Okay, here we go. First one. Okay, let's listen for the quality. What is the quality of this triad? forget about the keys, anything minor. Next one. Okay, I'm gonna play again. The quality of this triad. Sus2. In your mind, you can try to sing the inner part. Oh, do, re, sol. Okay, so that triad quality feels different in this one. Yeah, this one is the sus4 triad. Do, fa, sol. Yeah, so we have to hear with more precision, yeah, to be able to hear the differences of all the triads. Let's go to the next one. Okay, what triad is this one? Diminished. We also can try to sing the inner parts. Do, me, se. And let's go to another one. Here we go again. Augmented. So we have do, mi, si. And let's go to another one. Okay, let me play again. Okay, this is a sus4 triad. Let's sing the inner part. Do, fa, sol. And let's move on. Let's go to another one, another key. I'm always shifting keys, yeah? So we are kind of forced to activate our long-term musical memory. Here we go. Again, this one might be tricky. So this is a major flat 5. Do, mi, se. Okay, now we're gonna move on. Let's go to another one. Again. Okay, this one is a major triad. Do, mi, sol. And let's do another one. Again. So here we have a sus4 triad. Do, fa, sol. Let's do another one. Okay, let's hear this triad. What is the quality of this triad? Augmented. Do, mi, si. And let's do a couple more. Okay, what's the quality of this triad? Do, mi, se. This is a major flat 5. And let's do another one. One last one. And what is the quality of this one? Do, re, sol. So there we have a sus2 triad, okay? So this is our basic level. We're just learning to distinguish the pure feeling aspect of the triad qualities, yeah? And we can focus on the inner parts, yeah, to try to distinguish the inner notes. Okay, now we're gonna go to the next level. The next level, I'm gonna give you the key center. So you, supposedly you already feel comfortable, yeah, picking up all the triad qualities. And now we're gonna add the visualization aspect. I'm gonna play a triad. I'm gonna give you, let's say, a key center. I can play this. I'm gonna give you, oh, D. So in your mind's eye, you're gonna already see the D, the F sharp, and the A, okay? For the time being, everything is root position. Then we're gonna move to all the other inversions, yeah? But for the time being, everything is root. So here we go. F. Okay, so in your mind's eye, you already should be able to see the root, the whatever 3 and whatever 5 of this triad. Okay, minor. So in your mind's eye, you should have been visualizing the F, the A flat, and the C. Let's go to another triad. A. So you're in the key of A. So what are the notes? We have an A, C, E flat. So that's a diminished triad. Let's go to another key. Okay, D flat, yeah? So, sorry, we are in D flat now. So see if you can visualize the right notes. We have a Do, Mi, Si. So that's a D flat, F, and A. Let's go to another one. Let's go to the key of F. So if you first can immediately recognize the quality, the next step is to visualize the three notes. Okay, so we have the F, A, and B. That's a major flat 5. Let's go to another key, A flat. A flat. So immediately, after guessing what the right quality is, then we're gonna visualize the notes. We have a Do, Re, Sol in A flat, so which is A flat, B flat, E flat. Let's go to another one. Let's go to F sharp. Okay, let's get the quality. And after the quality, let's see if you can visualize the root 3 and 5. So we have C, F sharp, A, C. Let's go to another one. Let's go to the key of G. Okay, so after perceiving the right quality, let's see if we can visualize the notes. We have Do, Fa, Sol, key of G. So we have a G, C, and D. And let's do one last one. Let's go to G sharp. So here we are in G sharp. Okay, so you already got the triad quality. So now let's visualize the three notes. We have Do, Mi, Sol, and G sharp. So that's a G sharp, B, and D sharp. And let's do one last one. Let's go to B flat. Okay, so after perceiving the right quality, we're gonna visualize the right notes. So we have a Do, Mi, Si, and B flat. So it would be B flat, D, and F sharp. Okay, good. That was a nice warm-up with triads. So today we have a lot of things that I wanna do. I would like to start. I have a lot of producers and songwriting students, and they're always asking me, Carlos, is there, what can we do, to develop our skills both in production and songwriting? And in my opinion, I worked as a producer since I was 18 years old, maybe 17. Yeah. And even though that's not what I studied jazz composition, classical composition, in both jazz and classical piano. That was my training. Yeah, but I ended up working as a producer, arranger. So one of the things that I found out is that functional keyboard harmony was extremely important. And if I would redo my own training, I would have transcribed, especially the hooks, the refrains of all the famous pop songs and worked them out in different inversions, in all the different keys and different voice leadings, because in pop, voice leading is essential. Yeah, and then work with different grooves. The same way that we are working with salsa and merengue grooves. Yeah, we should work with all the different type of R&B grooves, Motown grooves, reggae grooves, and that's what we're gonna do. Okay. So we have a very simple chord progression. We have C going to the 5, G in first inversion. See, I put the inversions in the middle. Yeah, so this is very important in order to get a nice voice leading. So we have root, first, G in first inversion, back to the 1 root. Now we're gonna go to the 4 in second, back to 1, 5 in first inversion, G, 4 in second, and back to 1 in root position. Okay, so we're gonna play. Yeah, we're gonna play. And let me see if I have my tracks here. Okay, I think we're fine. Let's play again. So this is a fun way to learn our harmony and our voice leading. Yeah, we don't have to work in ways that are kind of too dry. Let me change my camera setup. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, that's even better. Okay, now we're gonna do the same, but now we're gonna go in first inversion. So we have C first, G second, C first, F root, C first, G second, now F root. I'm kind of jumping a little bit, yeah? Why? So I can end up on my 1 or C in first inversion. Okay, so that's the voice leading. Yeah, voice leading, super important in pop. Okay, here we go. We're gonna play twice. 2, 3, and... Okay, good. So now let's go to second inversion. Yeah, second inversion. So our 1 or key of C. So we are just dealing with 1, 4, and 5. That's it. Yeah. Ideally, we should do this type of practice in all 12 keys, from root to root, first to first, second to second, to develop, feel comfortable, yeah, to play any chord progression in any key, while maintaining a very nice voice leading, yeah. And instead of just working with dry examples from a book, no, we should work with the chord progressions that are already contained in those songs that we have listened for many years. And there are certain chord progressions actually that they keep being recycled. Yeah, there is even a book that I saw the other day. There was this pop scholar, and he wrote this book about chord progressions that have been used over and over and over again, for the last 60 years until now. Yeah. So how about from a producer and songwriter, and only also performer, yeah, point of view. If you take that material, we take that material and we start using that material, yeah, and we can work on our timing, on our grooves, on our styles, yeah, and it can be a very organic way of growth, you know, in all the pop rock, you know, area. Okay, now here we have our first chord, first and second inversion. We go to the 5 in root position. Back to the 1, second. 4, first inversion. 1, second. 5, root. 4, first. Back to the 1, second. Okay, as you can see, I'm actually playing the actual roots with my left hand. What changes inversion is my the voicings, the chord in my right hand. So that's on purpose. Yeah, so that's on purpose. So I'm trying to develop a voice leading in whatever close position voicings that I'm using. In this case, right hand, a close position voicings. By the way, once you feel very comfortable in your arranging, you can use those voicings also if you want to write for vocals. Yeah, or you want to write for strings or for brass, yeah, you can use that 3-note close position triadic technique, yeah, but before that, of course, we need to feel comfortable playing them, yeah, and that's what we're doing now. Here we go. We're gonna play now second inversion. Okay, good. Yeah, so that was our functional keyboard section, you know, for everybody, songwriters, producers, yeah. So now I want to go to another level. I also have some students which are more advanced and they're working with all their tension substitution voicings. Yeah, tension substitution voicings. And there is this voicing that I wanna be working with, which is the dominant 7, 39. Yeah, dominant 7, 39. And what are we gonna do first? Okay, in chord scale harmony, every chord is connected to a scale. So that's why we come with a concept chord scale. So we're not just thinking about a scale by itself, or not thinking about the chords by themselves, but we're thinking about a chord scale composite. So how about if we have a mixolydian mode in the key of C? Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, te, do. Okay, so that would be the first level, yeah, just to build mixolydian modes in all 12 keys. Yeah, so we can play clusters. C, then we can go to A flat, key of E, D flat, B, G flat, G, B flat, and so on. That would be a prerequisite, yeah, if you're already working at this level. Yeah, to feel comfortable, yeah, with this mode in all 12 keys, and just, you know, go very quickly, visualize them, and boom, you just play them. Okay, so now we're going to analyze. Why is analysis important? You know, you see here we have different notes. We have C, root, and then we have red. We have the 9. We have the 9 of this chord. Then we have the 3. We have a 4, and it's darkened. That's a P4 passing tone. And we have a 5, we have a 13, a flat 7, and we have a root. In chord scale harmony, we have two type of notes mainly. We have chord tones, like in this case, root, 3, 5, and flat 7, and then we have the non-chord tones, which are also in the scale. In this case, the 9, a passing tone 4, and a 13th. So why the 9 and why the passing tone 4? Because in that system, yeah, if you have a distance of a whole step between a chord tone, in this case the root, and the next one, which is in this case we're going to call it 9, that non-chord tone becomes harmonically stable. We can use it in 5-note chords. And here the same with the 13. There is a distance of a whole step, yeah, between the previous chord tone, which is the 5, and the next one, which is the 13. So we can have a 6-note voicing. Okay. Nevertheless, here we have the 4. There is a distance of a minor second. Yeah, and even in orchestration, yeah, when it expands, we have a flat 9. Oh boy, it becomes a very unstable element. Yeah, at Berkeley they call it avoid notes. I don't like that term. Yeah, I call it unstable because that's what they are. They're unstable. Yeah, and then calling them that way, I still can kind of shift and move things to see if I can use them or not. Yeah, but I'm very aware that they're unstable elements. So if I have a 9, if I have a 13th, we can do wonderful things with a chord scale system. In traditional harmony, if you studied traditional harmony, we have 4 voices. We have the soprano, alto, tenor, and bass. Okay, and pretty much we're going to strive to have the maximum type of independence of voicings while painting all the harmonies that we need to paint. Okay, so this system is different. Okay, so we have a chord and we have a scale, and then the chord and the scale are going to combine each other. One of the things that we can do is we can have chords which are larger than 4 notes. In this case, we could have a chord with 5 notes, with 6 notes. See, I'm not using my 4, I'm using my sharp 4 or sharp 11. And I can have a voicing with 7 notes. Or even with 8 notes, yeah, those Duke Ellington type of chords. Okay, so that type of harmony, you know, as far as I know, didn't exist in the 4-part system. Good. So what we're gonna do, yeah, instead of having 5, 6, 7, and 8 note chords, in this case, we're gonna do a substitution. We're gonna substitute the 9 for the root, and we're gonna substitute the 13 for the 5. So my root is gonna move to the 9. My 5 is gonna move to the 13. And that's gonna give me some very cool chords. Instead of having this dominant 7, I'm gonna have this dominant 7. Instead of having this 7 in first inversion, I'm going to have this 7 in first inversion. Instead of having this dominant 7 in second inversion, I'm going to have this dominant 7 in second inversion. Instead of having this one in third inversion, this dominant 7, I'm going to end up with this voicing. Okay. So that's a little bit of like a few weeks of chord scale harmony in 5 minutes. Yeah, so, and I already covered, I think, root first and second. Yeah, but I haven't covered third inversion yet. So I want to do third inversion. Okay, so if you can see here, we have our regular dominant chord. But then we have the root moving to the 9 and the 5 moving to the 13. And we're going to use our intervals and solfege so that we can transpose, yeah, without writing it out or somebody else writing it out or finding a book that somebody wrote it for us. Yeah, that, in my opinion, that would be kind of useless. Yeah, because we want to develop those abilities that we can just see all the things on the keyboard in a fraction of a second. Boom, 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 boom. We can see them in all the different keys. Okay, so what are our intervals? Flat 7, 9. I should have put T9. Yeah, that's my Berkeley in Heritage tension 9. 3, 13. I should have put T13, tension 13. Okay. and or solfege. Te, re, mi, la. And if we can be aware of those two meanings simultaneously, intervals or the analysis, and solfege, which is our musical language, then we are rocking. Yeah, then we're really going integrating to a higher level. So we're gonna build them. Yeah, we're gonna work with this at two different levels. Level number one, just like with our triads, we're building them. Yeah, basically, you know, just we're gonna play a root with one hand, and then we're gonna build them either with intervals or with solfege. Yeah, I'm gonna change actually. I'm gonna do some with intervals and some with solfege, and you're gonna follow me. So let's build them. Yeah. Flat 7, 9, 3, 13. Let's go to E flat. Flat 7, 9, 3, 13. Let's go to G flat. Flat 7, 9, 3, 13. Okay, this is very important. Yeah, so we get to know, what is my harmonic function immediately, you know, as soon as I shift roots. Okay, so I'm gonna go to A. Flat 7, 9, 3, 13. Okay, all of that is good, but we need to hear all the notes. So now I'm gonna shift. I'm gonna go to solfege. I'm gonna go to, let's go to G. Yeah. And now my solfege syllables, te, re, mi, la, and we have to sing them. Yeah, we have to sing them so we can learn how to hear every element of our chords. Yeah, we can create a very strong musical mental pictures. So now let's go to B flat. Te, re, mi, la. And let's go to E. Te, re, mi, la. And D flat. Te, okay, now I want to go to F and I'm going to switch back to intervals, yeah? So they were just labeling in different ways, naming. And every time that we name things in a different way, it seems like our cognition changes, yeah? So we're learning that in that way. So flat 7, 9, 3, 13. Now I'm going to go to B. Flat 7, 9, 3, 13. And now I'm gonna shift to solfege again. Yeah, I'm gonna go to A flat. Te, re, mi, la. And let's finish up by going to the key of D. Te, re, mi, la. Okay, good. So now, what is our next step? Okay, and for this I'm going to have to change my camera setup. Okay, our next step would be to play. So the prerequisite, of course, is that we feel very comfortable building that voicing in all 12 keys. We're not even thinking, yeah, but we can build it fast. Then we can go to the next step, which is we're going to play it in different ways. Okay, one way that we're going to play is we're going to play the root on the left and the chord on the right, and we're going to go through a certain cycle. Yeah, I'm going to change those graphics. Yeah, I'm going to make them even fancier. So I have here my cycle, or maybe I do I have my graphics here? Maybe I do. If you wait for me for, where are my graphics? Okay, yeah, but if I have The problem is if I put here a cycle on this side, then you cannot see the relationship. Yeah, so no, I'm gonna do my homework. Yeah, I'm gonna redo all of this so you can see the chord, the function, and then here you can see the whatever cycle that we're gonna be using. Yeah, but for now, just follow me. Okay, we're gonna go through cycle of fourths, so just follow me. Okay, so here we go. Left hand root, right hand chord. C, F, B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, B, E, A, D, G, and we end up on C. Okay, now we're gonna work on another level, left hand only, stride. Or it can be, no, maybe here is better. Okay, so, and we're gonna work with another cycle. We're gonna go through, let's do a cycle of fifths, yeah? So that's the opposite, yeah, cycle of fourths. So here we go, left hand only, root and chord. So here we go, C, G, D, A, E, B, G flat, D flat, A flat, E flat, B flat, and F. We go back to C. Okay, so that's the second way of approaching our voicings workout. The first one was playing chord with the right, left hand bass, and then second one playing stride. There is one more way that I like to play, yeah, to practice. And this one is it addresses playing solos with a rhythm section. Okay, so left hand is gonna play voicing, right hand the root is melody. So then we're gonna go through all the different keys. So why don't you follow me? Which cycle? We did cycle of fourths, cycle of fifths, and now let's do a different cycle. Let's do cycle of major thirds. Major third cycle. C, E, A flat. Oops, I cannot go anymore. Then D flat, F, A, D, F sharp or G flat, B flat, E flat, G, B, and C. That's our cycle of major thirds. So we're gonna use this cycle. Here we go. C, E, A flat, D flat, F, A, D, F sharp or G flat, B flat, E flat, G, and B. Then we go back to C. So those are the three ways that I like to practice, and I like to practice with all my students. Yeah, if they're already at that level that they're working with tension substitution voicings. Yeah, and now we get a lot of benefit of this practice. Okay, there's one more thing that I want to do today. One more thing. One moment, where am I here? Last week we had some problems with sound, and I don't think my sound came out. Okay, so now we're gonna work with percussion and bass, and I wanna take this piece. Okay. As I was talking, I think a couple of weeks ago, yeah, in the 90s, there was this whole movement in Puerto Rico, and then of course it expanded to all the salsa world, called Salsa Romántica, which is the romantic salsa. Yeah, so a lot of the ballads, yeah, it started to be incorporated, yeah, in the salsa repertoire. Yeah, and they were great artists, yeah, they came from this era. Okay, so now we're gonna work. Here we have a G major 7. Okay, so right there, yeah, we're going outside of a traditional salsa. You know, yeah, you should hear, you know, one of my favorite artists from that era, Frankie Ruiz. You know, amazing singer, yeah, and he used to flow so good, yeah. And now we have a 2/5, 2/5, and then we are gonna go to the 2 minor. Then we have a 2/5 and back to the 1. In this one, this pattern is in 2/3 claving, so we're gonna work here. Okay, let's be careful in this 4th measure, because we have those appoggiatura octaves, yeah, descending. So we're going to have to keep our wrists very loose. Yeah, so if I start from the B minor 7, 3rd measure. So here too, so on the 4th measure, in the 1st line and 2nd line, we're going to have those appoggiatura chords in the top line. Yeah, and here we also going to have this on the D7. Okay, yeah, so we're going to keep them flowing. Why don't we practice? Let's keep it slow, you know, slow tempo. 132 beats per minute, yeah, and yeah, that would be fine. Good, here we go. Okay, I thought that the track was only gonna go once, but it went twice, which is perfect. Now I wanna take it up a notch. I wanna go to 148 beats per minute. So here we go. Good. Now we're going to take it up a notch. I want to go to 156 beats per minute. So here we go, 156. So we're moving up there. We're moving. Okay, so now let's go up again. Now I want to go to true medium salsa tempo, 164. Yeah, that's actually a traditional medium tempo for salsa. And here we go. We're gonna play. 2, 1. Okay, now we're gonna push it up again. Let's go to 180. Okay, now we're getting into faster, fast tempos. Okay, in order to play in 180, and this is not easy to do, yeah, we're gonna really have to work on our wrists. I remember when I was a student and I was in Boston and I was doing my salsa gigs every night, and I thought, oh my goodness, I'm not gonna survive. And on top of that, we were playing in those days Johnny Ventura and those super fast merengues, one after the other. I thought I couldn't survive. So my classical piano teacher, Anthony Di Bonaventura, he was, okay, Carlos, just lose your wrists. Don't push so much. He used to say, almost let the energy of your whole body allow your playing to become effortless. Yeah. So, and I remember the more I did that, the more I worked on relaxing in the middle of the gig and loosening up my wrist, I was able to do this. Yeah. So let's see. 2. Why don't we go to 190? Yeah, if we can do 190, we can play almost every song. Okay, so remember, let's have the wrists open, and the touch also has to be light. Yeah, so especially with octaves. Yeah, and let's see. Here we go. Okay, so that was a nice workout. Yeah, so start always slow. Yeah, it's very important to play. Number one, even if we never get to play faster, but still, if we can play with groove and precision, yeah, in flow, even at slower, very slow tempos, that's enough. Yeah, that's half of the battle. Yeah, it's sometimes I see a lot of players trying to push the tempo, and then the groove gets lost, the flow gets lost, and probably it's not the best way of practicing. Okay, so this was a great session, and I want to say hi to everybody. Hi to Sera, hi to Juan, hi to Yehuda, who is visiting us, and everybody else. And we're going to say goodbye for today. So, thank you for being with me in this live broadcast. We covered a lot of material, and we're going to continue to do so in our next class. I'll see you next week, same time, same channel. Until then, have a wonderful week, practice your instrument every day, and listen and play lots of good music. See you next week.